Hey, welcome to the Quilting Compound. I'm Jamie and happy Friday to everybody. I just wanted to catch up. It's been a little bit since I did my last video on the Two of Hearts quilt. So I wanted to show you the finished Two of Hearts quilt. It is quilted, bound, the whole 9 yards. I kind of did a little decorative stitch on the binding. So here is the quilt. I don't know how much you can see, but this is it. This is the little binding stitch I did. So, and you can see the double hearts here. So this is the finished quilt. So if you didn't get to see my video, go back and check it out, and I give you the directions, the measurements, everything you need to know on how to make this quilt. And if you have any questions, just email me at the quiltingcompound@gmail.com. So yeah, I did all the long arm quilting and all that. I did everything with this. I also wanted to show you, if you can see, my husband built me a new table for Christmas. And it has shelves up here. And it also, which you can't see, it's not in the camera frame, but it has a fold up over here, which I have my other sewing. I actually have my Juki sitting over there because I think that it needs to go to the shop. It's not wanting to feed my fabric right, so it's probably dirty. So I'm going to take it to Austin's in Fern Creek, Kentucky. So that's my quilt, all finished. I do have another one. I also have another Valentine quilt. It's getting ready to go the long arm. The backing's on there. I need to just press it one more time so I can put it on there. And I showed it in another video. It's the Be Mine pattern. I think it's Be Mine by Dita Sitar, and I used her fabrics in that quilt. And so I've been really busy trying to catch up. Let's see, I had to write down all the stuff that I have been doing. I've been working on all my socialites blocks because I got behind. I think I was 3 or 4 blocks behind. I did catch back up, and that is one of the reasons I had to switch out my sewing machines last night, because my Juki just was not feeding my fabric right, and I kept getting a knot at the end of my my triangles when I was trying to sew them, and yeah, that was frustrating. So I went ahead and just moved my Bernina back over here, and it seems like its 1/4 inch foot is more accurate. So I'm going to take the Juki in. I'm going to use my Bernina. The only thing, the Bernina is I like the bigger table like the Juki has. So I'm thinking about getting one of those Sew Steady tables. Been looking at them at the last couple days. So if anybody knows anything about them, let me know in the comments below. I did a little bit of research, so that may be my next goal, and I'll use my Bernina more. I used it to do the binding, and it has more stitches. So okay, let's see what else I've got here. I have got, if you watch my double diamonds quilt tutorial using the layer cake, I had all my leftover triangles from the corners that I cut off, all of these. So I still have more to sew yet, but well, I have all these. What I have done is I've trimmed them down, most of them, to 2-inch half square triangles, and then I made these little blocks so far, because I also had the 2.5 inch squares I used on that quilt, so I just cut those down to 2, and I can make these. So I've made these 2 little blocks out of the scraps that was left from that one quilt. So that's one thing I've been working on. But let's see another. Oh, the other one is the temperature quilt. Has anyone seen the temperature quilts? If you go to Moda, they will give you where you can print this out. You put all your colors that you want to use. Mine aren't necessarily temperature because I had to go with the amount of fabric I had. And like this color, I'm not very fond of. Usually it doesn't get over 101 to 105 here, usually. Sometimes it does. But so I was less likely to use that color. And the blue down here, I'd already used part of it on my pumpkin quilt. So I put it down towards the bottom because 0 to 9 degrees, it doesn't, hopefully it doesn't get down to 0 degrees. But these are my January blocks. So this is, I have kept up pretty good. So these are all the temperatures from January. And this is a art, what is this? Is it Art Gallery? Deco Stitch. But, so this is what I have done with the January temperatures with the highs and the lows. You know, it gives your little sheet, gives you each month, and you just write down the temperature of the day. And I went ahead and used this block because I had the AccuQuilt and it has the rectangle. So I've been using my AccuQuilt to cut all my blocks for these. And so that is that. And here's the first day of February. I still got to do yesterday and today's. Let's see. Yep, this is the high and that is the low. So that is another thing I've been working on. And let's see what else I've been working on. If you've watched, I've told you that I had a wedding quilt to do, and I was going to do circles. And yes, I'm way behind on this wedding quilt, but hopefully I can get it done by February 17th. But here are some of my blocks. I'm doing in batiks, blues, grays, blacks, blues, grays, and blacks pretty much. So here are some of my blocks. I wanted to show you these. And what I'm doing is I'm trimming them down. As of right now, they're trimmed to 7 1/4. Okay. The socialites, I was way behind. 4 blocks behind because I did the 2 of Hearts quilt. I did 2 of those. So, and I did catch up. I'm doing the block of the month with Fat Quarter Shop. I've caught those up. Yay. And so right now I've got over here, which you can't see, I'm doing my socialites in Tulip Pink. So I'm working on that. And if you want some good free patterns, go to the Fat Quarter Shop and look up socialites 2. It's, I wouldn't say these patterns have been easy at all. I think that they have been pretty advanced. The one I did last night, whew, I think I ripped it apart 2 or 3 times because I don't know what it was. I probably should have stopped while I was ahead. Okay, so last but not least, this is the January box, the Sew Sampler box from Fat Quarter Shop that I have not got open. I wanted to do a video for you, but I've been trying to catch up with everything, and I wanted y'all to see the finished quilt, so I've been putting it off and putting it off. I've not watched anybody else's videos. So I don't know what's in here. So let's find out. Okay, so Sampler Grow Kindness. So, and we have our free Daisy Bees Knees book stand. Oh, I do like that. I wish they still had the pink one. This one's the yellow. So that is a good deal. I hope I'm not too late. That's probably sold out since I waited too long. And $5 off any 5-inch stacker from Riley Blake Design. So that's our coupon codes. And let's see. And you know the Sew Sampler, they're always so organized and so they, you know, this. So 2 calico, 5 is big. Lori Holt. So let's see what we have here. Do we have the readers or... Do we have readers in here? Yes. Because these are readers. Even though I wear them almost all the time. They are just readers. And these are 2.5s. All right. Let's see what this is. I had no idea that I was going to get readers. This is awesome. I don't know, y'all. See what I look like. Oh, there. I don't know about those. They'll be good for the sewing room. I don't know. I'll have to go look in the other mirror. So those are our readers. They're 2.5s. So that's good. Good and strong. So we have 2 calico 5-inch stackers, which Riley Blake calls their stackers. And if anybody saw that I posted a picture of how I store my stackers or my charm squares or whatever you want to call them, I had a lot of, whoa, I didn't really think I had that many. If I get them, I usually get 2. You know, unless I just can't, because sometimes Fat Quarter Shop, they have their flash sale. You can only get 1. Well, I really want 2 because I think you can, you know, you can make something bigger with 2. So, yay, I'll add this to my collection. I don't think I have these. I'm almost positive I don't. And now we have the Bee Plaid Wrist Pin Cushion. This will be really good when I'm pinning, because unfortunately I have to pin on my quilts onto my long arm. So this will work great. I have a rolling tray that I take along with me, but if I can use this will really come in handy. So, isn't that cute? Of course, she's got the cutest stuff. And I'll show you a closer picture of these. Been a little bit since, oh gosh, can you use the 6-inch vintage kite? I thought about ordering these before, but I didn't back in the day. So this is, wow, this is a very nice box. I'm so excited. Oh, and we have another pattern, wheelbarrow. It's a table runner pattern. There was the other table runner pattern that they have. I wanted to do a sew along, but I'm trying to keep up with just what I have on my plate now. And of course we have the Bliss quilt along pattern. I don't know, did I show that very well? This is from Fig Tree and Co. So we have block 10. Oh, I can't see what I'm showing you, so that's the block. We have the wheelbarrow table runner pattern. We have the vintage kite quilt block foundation paper series 1. And I don't know if you all know this, but when I first started sewing, I did a lot of foundation paper piecing. That was my jam back in the day. And then I got away from it for some reason or another. You know, I don't know why. And here's the pin cushion, which will go into my, that will be set aside because I'm taking that to where my long arm is. And here's our Riley Blake Calico by Lori Holt of Bee in My Bonnet. And we have our readers that I don't know if it's the best look for me, but you know, hey, we'll just go with it. everything is nice and bright. And you got the case that goes along with it. Stitchy readers with soft case. And I like the colors. And our little card here that explains everything that's in the box. And we also have some nice discounts. There we go. Gosh. Okay, if I'm going to wear these, I have to take this little sticker off. But I can't see to take it off. So let's see what else I have. So I told you I had to take my Juki in. I think it needs some work. I'm going to have to call them to see if I need to make an appointment. The wedding quilt, the temperature quilt. I told you about the one that I'm getting ready to put on the long arm. I will have another 2.5 inch strip jelly roll, whatever the company wants to call them. I'll have another pattern coming out on that, and I'm going to do a video. I'm going to show you how to do it. I think I'm going to open 2 jelly rolls. I don't know if I will use both of them, but that is my plan. So that will be coming up in a couple weeks. I want to get this wedding quilt finished, totally finished, bound and everything by February 17th. And I'll come back on and show y'all that. And I hope they like it, which, you know, it will match their living room colors. So, working on the temperature quilt, that's something about every day. I try to at least write down the temperature every day, you know, for the next 300 and something days. I've got to go. So that'd be something else. And got the socialites. If you're needing some, you know, a pattern to use, Fat Quarter Shop has all kinds of free patterns. So go check those out. If you have any questions for me, you can email me at thequiltingcompound@gmail.com or ask me in the description box. If y'all have any questions, I usually try to answer them whenever I can. But I think that's all I've got for you today. Quite a bit, I guess. So I will see you on the next video. And if you could, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.